Okay, I just want to clarify, I am in no way a professional, and I'm not very good when it comes to doing tutorials or giving art-related tips, but you know what? I'm gonna try to do this anyway, because I have a lot of free time, and because I thought it'd be fun. Can you guess who we're gonna draw today? Can you guess? I'm just kidding. You already saw from the title. No surprise, because obviously he's the main character, so we gotta start with him. I'm just kidding. We didn't have to, but I just wanted to anyway. Obviously, start with a circle, right? Now, of course, the circle doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, like, I struggle when I try to circle right. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm kind of just a perfectionist. Okay, so boom, you got the circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now I draw a line in the middle, signifying like, wait, hold on. Okay, that's good. Signifying the middle of his face, right? Now you have to do everything like this is where the eyes start, this is where the bottom. Like, I don't like to do a bunch of them. I kind of try to keep it like extremely simple. But, like, that's like a really easy guideline I like to give myself, and I kind of like to just kind of erase a little bit. Or if you want, you could like do it on another layer, but I like to do it on the same layer and then erase like the guidelines like underneath it, kind of like as if I was doing like a regular traditional sketch. And we're gonna do his classic resting bitch face, because why not? Do his little eyes. I'm not very good at explaining how to do expressions. Should I make him looking at the camera? I think that'd be funny. Yeah, he's gonna be angry. Just gonna be like, what the fuck you looking at? He's gonna be very angry. Actually, should we make him like squinting? Oh my god, that'd be funny. He's like, what the fuck you looking at? Oh, we should do him like doing the evil smirk. Yeah! Shit eating grin. Oh, I love that. Okay. When I draw expressions, I tend to draw a lot of the same ones, but like I just try to make it more interesting by like adding extra lines like above his eye or whatever, or like kind of draw like these little like to make like emphasize like his eyebrows and stuff, and like the crease that it creates. Like, I don't know. I'm saying that like little wrinkles. He doesn't have wrinkles. just a little more oomph to it, you know, like, and make it a little bit more interesting, like add a little bit more. And you gotta make them like thin lines, because if you make them super thick, like whoop, like this, it just looks weird. So like, see the difference here? It's like how that's like it's a really thick line, this is really thin. And if you look at it from afar, like you can see the difference. So you gotta keep these nice and thin like. Okay, let me draw his little nose. Okay, not like that. There you go. With that little pointy. And then like that. Oh yeah, looking good. He's looking like a true menace. Menace to society. Smile. I don't know. That's why I like. Oh. It's perfect. I love it. You can give a little smirk. You can have him looking super angry instead. Like, if you just, I'm just gonna erase it. If you just do him doing a little, oh. No, but I like the little smirk because I think it looks funny and he looks like a little devil, which is great. Now that you get the face, now we gotta draw, well, now you got the expression, now you gotta draw like the rest of the face. This is, I like to start from here. Like, I like to start from the forehead and then go all the way around and then to his ear. So I kind of like, and then like that. I don't know if you can even see the line over his face. But here, this is what, so I like to do the top of the forehead. She's got a massive one. I'm just kidding, guys, I'm sorry. Of course, the little cheek. Now, when it comes to like making, like drawing the face, don't overthink it. You don't have to do scribble. Like, cause I know a lot of people do that, which like, I know I get, like, it's kind of hard to like, you know, draw the right shape of the face. Doing like nice smooth lines, like clean lines like this, like, it really helps. You don't need to like go back and like race it and just try to make the line smooth. When I do the ear, I kind of like to like have a reference to like where it's, so like I'll draw a line close to like his like eye, and then like, so that's where ear would be, and then just connect it to the bottom of the chin, like so. Like that. You see what I mean? Making kind of just tighten this up. You can always just, you know, adjust it. And then draw the ear. Big ass fucking ear. Get my gigantic ear. And then of course you could just sort of erase that. That's a little nice reference that I have. So obviously, like I said, I always like to start at the very top, you know. Just remember, he's got a little heart there. A little heart shape. He's got a little, and then his bangs are kind of just like an upside down heart. Isn't that adorable? He's so baby. Anyway, if you see like where his eyes are, right? Like, so they're right here, and then his little hair floof, his little heart is right there. So it's like kind of, I kind of just eyeball it, you know? So like his eyes are right here. So his hair floof's got to be at the top there. So I kind of just, from there I kind of just like eyeball it and just free ball it, kind of just. I have no explanation for this. I kind of just do my own thing. You know, it kind of takes a lot of practice to sort of get it down. Like, I don't have like a certain formula. I'm kind of just like, you gotta take these steps in order to draw his hair right. This is just how I do it. I kind of just free ball it like that. And one thing that can actually really help when you're drawing, if you're doing it traditional, then this doesn't really apply. But like, if you do it digitally, then you can always flip your canvas to see what it looks like on the other side. Now, honestly, it looks kind of interesting when you flip it, because you're kind of just like, whoa, completely different character, right? But it's kind of just the same. You can always like adjust the way it looks, you know. You can like, you know, fix the face, fix the hair. You can always just select it and kind of just do whatever. Now, I do this all the time because I just like to just sort of mess around with it, kind of just fix it, just be like, oh, what would it look like if I did it like this, or kind of just, you know, mess with the shape of it a bit. It just like sort of helps, you know, just to kind of play around with it. If you don't really want to mess with it, that's okay, but I just think it's like a good, you know, tool to use in case you're not sure what it looks like on the other side. Maybe it can help you fix like a wonky spot that you don't like. And then we got the little, I don't know if these are like his little bangs in the front, but they're just so cute. Floofy. You can make it extra floofy by just doing a little floof like that. But I just like to do this. Oh. Hold on. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. There you go. And then of course, do a little swoopty swoop. And boom! There you go. You got your little max there. And then you can just go back in and just like erase the guidelines and just like make any changes that you want to the line art. Okay, so as you can see, I cleaned up the guidelines, and I sort of like added a couple other things, like these little thingies in his hair. They're like little loops or whatever. I don't know if you can really see this on camera, but like, can you see these tiny little things? I don't know what you call them, but they're just like a part of his hair. And like, I always add them in because I think it just looks like a super cute detail. I'm like, oh, it just shows his hair is like really floofy and just really cute. Doing the neck isn't that hard. You kind of just whoosh, little neck. Whoosh. There's his little neck. And then you could do his little shirt. It's a little loop-de-loop. Cool. And then if you want, which I like to do, I like to add like, you know, a little shadow like under his neck, you know, a little extra detail. Color that bad boy in. And of course, we got his little hoodie, so hold on, I can do better. There you go, you got his little hood. I'm sorry, that looks really bad. This side looks fine though. So a little drawing, a little detailing. If you're trying to find your own style, then like I would just definitely check out like different artists that you like and kind of just like try to figure out like what features or elements of their art that you like, and try to just sort of like imitate that or like practice doing that and just like see where that gets you, because like I think that can, you know, come a long way. Here, I'm gonna try to adjust this. I'm so sorry, I'm not the best when it comes to drawing clothing, obviously. That's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, there we go. Boom! This guy's little... I know this isn't quite... I fixed it. Perfect. So next is like the basic coloring, right? Which isn't that hard. if I just, yes, you can see I already have the color palette and everything. I even labeled them. Look, I have Nikki, Neil, Max, David, and Gwen. I only have those 5 though. I don't have the other guys, although I should probably do that. It's just kind of a pain. But like, it just makes it easier in the long run because then you can just like have all your colors sorted out and you can just be like, oh, it's this color. So I'm just gonna fill it in with the base color and I'll be back. So this is what it looks like after filling it in with the basic, base colors and whatnot. So we got his eyes, skin tone, his clothes, and his hair. I create a new layer, right, and I do a clipping mask so that way it stays on there. And the pen that I do like to use is the brown brush, like for coloring, but I also like to use it for like, doing shadows and like highlights and whatnot. I got this color. This is like a more saturated color of this. Now I know a lot of people, they kind of just like to do black and they kind of just like to do, like make it like, oh, that's shadows, like, but it doesn't look as nice. What I like to do is like, I like to select the skin tone and like make it like, find like a more saturated, like a darker saturated color of that, and then I kind of just like, ooh, look at it, like it looks way better. This is the one that I have, and I sort of use it like, one thing I like to do is I like to use it like above his eyebrows, get more shadow and whatnot. Of course I gotta like erase these, it's just kind of annoying like after you do it. And if you think it's too dark, then you could easily just like go over it with an eraser, like lightly, kind of just brush over it a little bit, kind of just, fix it. And you can do that under the eyes too, just because he's had a bit of trouble sleeping these past couple days. He's a bit tired, but it's okay because he's so adorable. So we can just erase that. You can always blend it in if it looks weird. Use the fancy blending tool. Ooh. I don't always use that. I like to use it. Sometimes it's not always the most useful. I kind of just, eyeball it. So. Okay. A little bit under his nose. Wait, hold on. Got you. Under his nose. There you go. Nice and simple. Or you could do it, lighter, a bit darker, depending. And I like to do like a little streak at the bottom, even though like I already colored it in a bit there. I just kind of like to add a bit extra shadow. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. And then we do one, because like I guess if we were just like trying to figure out which direction the sun is, I guess it's just like pointing down, like the sun is above him basically. Sorry, so the sun is above him, so it's like coming down. So that's, yeah, you kind of gotta like figure out like where the light source is coming from, so that way you know where the shadows and the highlights like hit the character's face. But this is like kind of how I do it. I do one under here. Sorry, just like takes a minute. And then of course I do some under his little hair floofs. Just erase those. It's much easier doing it on a different layer rather than doing it on the same layer and then like having to color over it. It's just like a lot easier. Even though the erasing part is kind of tedious, but it's okay. Get up that part, see? There you go. So we do it with the eyes. So we select the eye color and we go like slightly darker, a little bit saturated, but not like too dark like there. So like kind of just like right around here, kind of just lightly going over it, not too much. Still giving it just a little bit of shadow, like a little bit of emphasis on the eye a bit. If you want, you can add a little bit of highlight to his eye, which I do like to do from time to time, because let's be real, it looks pretty damn snazzy. Or just like a little extra oomph. Just like a little U actually looks kind of cool. See, look at that. Ugh, love him. What you can also do is you can color the line art as well. So if you don't want to like affect, like if you end up not liking it, then like you don't want to have to like recolor your line art. So basically you can make a new layer and then you can do clipping mask and you can just like make the line art whatever color you want. See how I'm making it all blue, which we don't want that. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to make it look more original, like the original style with the lineless. So I kind of go over it with like the same color to make it look, you know. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just like coloring the hoodie like so. So you see what the bottom looks like. You see like how it looks on the top compared to here. You see the difference? Here, let me, so this is what it looks like without it. And this is what it looks like with it. You see the difference? I think sometimes it can look really nice. But I'm going to go ahead and finish it, and then I'll just compare the two so that way you can see what it looks like. I finished doing the liner, and you can definitely see there's a very big difference between this and this. What I like to do sometimes is, well, obviously, who doesn't like to, you know, give it like a nice, you know, clean background or whatever, like, you know, you got to mess around, you know, where people do it with like the shapes and everything. They do this thingy, and then you can do like a rectangle or some crap. See, like that, yeah, and then they fill it in. That's what they do. I know sometimes some people do like those like fancy little outlines, like they kind of just, I know there's like some sort of way where you can do the outline, but like since I don't really know how to do that feature, we can just sort of go back to my trace pen. You can kind of like do an outline, or like you can kind of like go trace around it and kind of, you know, do one of those. It's kind of, see, like the little outline, and then you could like maybe write in his name or something, you know. So evil. And then of course what I like to do is I like to duplicate the color, like the base colors and everything, and I like to put it at the very top and go to alpha lock and just sort of like choose like a random color. I don't know, it can be whatever. You can make it pink, blue, I don't know, doesn't really matter. So fill that all in. Okay, since you got it all in, we're not going over the white just cause. And then I like to play around with these, you know. Look how cool it looks. Wow. With all the, you know, see how it gives it like sort of a different vibe. I go through a lot of these, like I'm always sort of like messing with them just to see which one I like. And of course, if you want to keep more organized, you can put it all into one folder, or I guess I should say group. Oh god, this fucking curse. Sorry. Should make that the thumbnail. That'd be hilarious. God, that'd be fucking terrifying. Okay, give me a second, because I know it looks scary, but that's what it looks like. That's what happens when you don't put on the clipping mask. It can look fucking terrifying. I kid you not. It's like the most haunted thing you'll ever see. But boom, there's your basic Max drawing. This is like sort of like a headshot, so I just tried to keep it really simple. I didn't want to like overdo it and be like, here's a full body, because let's be real, this tutorial will be a lot longer trying to do that. I hope you found this helpful or useful, and if you want to try it out, then by all means do so. Thank you for watching, and if you guys want me to make more, just let me know, and I'll get to it as soon as I can.